Okay, thank you, Pedro. Welcome to the January 3rd, 2019 Board of Selectmen's meeting. Please stand to salute the flag. January 19th? 2019? Oh, yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
States of America, to the republic for which stands
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. (2019). Happy New Year, everyone. We made it. Opening comments, Richie?
I have
Enzo?
I'm all set.
Okay.
Chief?
I have some.
Okay.
I always have some. Annual Santa Parade was fantastic. Everyone did a great job. The weather was really good, too. I thought that went very well. I just wanted to thank everyone involved. Next on the agenda. This is a thank you to the Casey Brothers Family Trust for a donation to the Council of Aging in memory of Nahant resident Bob Casey. A very generous amount of money. I'm not going to really say, but I'm sure everyone knows, but it was very generous of them. Thank you very much. Linda was very pleased. Approved December 20th, 2018 minutes.
Okay, I move that the Board of Selectmen approve the minutes of, there we go, hold on.
December 20th.
December 20th, 2018 minutes.
second.
Comments?
No, they look fine.
Oh, yeah. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Richie wasn't here, so. In the minutes, we had a small discussion 2 meetings ago that I'd want to bring up, and that concerns a request that I think that the selectmen talk about it tonight. Mr. Lumber brought it up again. Considering adding a dog park to our town, specifically down by Lowlands Park. I think we should vote on that, just so we can let the town know specifically how we feel, because it keeps coming up. Dog park. Where the tennis courts are, I've been asked 2 or 3 times. We now have a couple of letters. I think we should make a motion and vote on it.
The tennis courts at
Tennis courts and,
the fire station?
yeah.
Okay, because I was going to bring, I've had somebody come to me today, a few times about having the Recreation Committee put a pickleball court there.
Well, that's fine. We can pickleball later.
Okay,
I really want to talk about this.
the dog park.
So,
okay.
I'll accept the motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we, the request for Mr. Mike Piazza, who's requesting a dog park, be put in behind the fire station. Mr. Chairman, I move that we deny his request for the dog park. We've got,
Oh, that's good. Second,
I'll second it.
discussion, please.
well, we've got a whole beach dedicated to the dogs, and, you know, I don't think we need another dog park, to be honest with you. Especially down in that area, it's all recreational for Little League, Babe Ruth, pickleball, what's coming. So, that's, yeah.
Comments?
Well, I mean, we do have Dog Beach, and I don't see as that small tennis courts being a big, huge dog park. I mean, dog parks need a lot of room, I would think. I mean, I don't know how you would do it. And then the dogs running around, chasing little kids around when they're playing baseball.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we have to be careful of that one.
I'm very satisfied the fact we have Doggy Park. I'm officially saying that's enough.
Yeah.
there are loads and loads of kids down there.
Right.
I've had a couple of requests that I'm hoping will be coming our way concerning the basketball court there, that it's in disrepair. But we know the whole thing is.
Well, we need to address that in the upcoming April warrant.
Yeah.
And not only the basketball court, the tennis courts, the complete recreation facility needs an overall, a complete overall. We have to spend some money to enhance it,
And also, a lot of the months of the year, there are a lot of kids down there. Summer months, there's a playground,
Right.
which is right near. So
I mean, you'd have to fence in the dog park, because you'd have the dogs running around and little kids are out there.
Yeah,
You
that's-
just can't do it, so.
okay.
I would say no, that's not a very good idea, so.
Okay, those in favor of denying?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous vote. And secondly, before I forget, you and I had talked, and town administrator not being here, we want to make sure that it's, if not next meeting, then the meeting after, we discuss the Coast Guard housing.
Oh, yeah.
And you had brought it up too, Richie.
Yeah, they
We
need to
want a
come in.
presentation, we want to know what's happening.
Why don't we just invite them to the
Well,
next meeting? And in the body of the letter, that we're inviting them, ask them to
Well, I want the
hopefully get a presentation ready, because the articles have to be submitted.
by
By the end of
31st.
January.
Okay, next
So, I
meeting.
mean, yeah, so I mean,
Letter
I give them,
Send that,
our meeting, the next meeting is what, 2 weeks?
yeah,
Yeah,
2 weeks would be, okay.
Yeah, we need a,
That's sufficient time. I mean,
Let's do 2 weeks, the town administrator will send them a letter inviting them.
They've had 15 hearings on that whole thing, so we gotta get it going. I mean, one way or the other.
it's been a couple of years now, and I think that it's time that they have a recommendation for us, so that we can at least, I wouldn't want to see the market stumble, and us lose out. I don't want that to happen. I want us to get the best bang for the buck,
Okay, so town administrator will do that. I'll talk with him tomorrow. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Citizens Forum. Please state your name.
Julie Tarmy, 3440 Steps Lane. I stand before you as both an individual and as the executive director of the Nahant Historical Society. Many of you have seen the interview by Adam Riley of WGBH, in which I was invited to be interviewed. I agreed to be interviewed as a citizen of Nahant, not as the executive director of the Nahant Historical Society. Accordingly, the views and opinions expressed by me are the personal expressions of a lifelong Nahanter and do not represent official policy, positions, or views of the board of the Nahant Historical Society or those of its members. There was some immediacy on the part of WGBH to get this interview done, so they came to where I was working. I suggested the Council on Aging room for the interview, but the cameraman liked the lighting and the backdrop of the Nahant on the Rocks fishing wall in our museum. In retrospect, I should have insisted on conducting the interview in the Council on Aging room, and I should have been introduced simply as a concerned citizen of Nahant. I want to make it clear to the members of the Society and to my neighbors of Nahant who love and support the Society that I am not in favor of the northeastern expansion, despite the sound bites that perhaps alluded to the opposite. I apologize for any misrepresentation and ask that you continue to support the Nahant Historical Society, whose mission it is to acquire, preserve, and interpret artifacts of Nahant, illustrating its history, prehistory, and that of people associated with it, for the enjoyment, education, and enrichment of the public. These artifacts include our natural resources, such as East Point and Bailey's Hill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Alice Court, 7 Valley Road. I sent, with Susan Solomon on December 20th, we sent a letter to the Board of Selectmen, the town administrator, representatives of Northeastern and numerous citizens, although not to the entire Nahant community, that in which we compiled a lot of information to fill out some research we had done about Northeastern and academic centers in general and how they allot space. And then we raised a lot of questions about asking Northeastern, since they invited us to ask questions, we raised a lot of questions asking them to explain and justify the statements that they had made and about their allotment of space. We wanted to know if you had received the emails and the hard copies we sent to you, and if you had any questions for us, we would certainly be happy to answer to our best ability. And we also wanted to know if Northeastern had responded at all to you, as we have not heard anything further regarding the concerns that we raised. We have additional copies and can send links to people if they're interested in seeing the letters. I think what was really eye-opening for me were all of the links about Burlington and the development that Northeastern did there, and what they told the people of Burlington, and then what the site has actually been used for, with agreements with private businesses and the military, expanding far more than what they had indicated to the people of Burlington. So I look forward to hearing more from you, our selectmen, and let us know if you hear anything. Thanks.
Anyone else? I'm going to respond to that.
Go ahead.
Okay. Is that all right? I'll respond to what Alice said.
Well, I was gonna respond, I'd like to respond.
Oh, go ahead, I'll follow you.
I think it's very well written, great questions, and I think I'm gonna move tonight that we follow up and make sure we send a letter to Northeastern asking them to respond to this memo. I think it's very important. It's, as I said, it was well written, and the questions are very, very timely for the board. And I think we need an answer. And I think we need an answer quick. I don't want to wait. They're not going to answer it. I know them. Okay? So I think this will, I'll make a motion as soon as the chairman has his comments. I'll make a motion that we send a letter to Northeastern with the attached questionnaire, have it filled out, and have it back by our next meeting, which is in 2 weeks, so that, you know, they can answer the questions and category by category, questions by questions. So there's no misunderstanding, you know, I don't want to, you know, I don't need to see them, I just want to, I'd like to get these answers. They promised to answer these questions people have, and this is like the third one I've sent out, and they haven't done anything yet, so we'll see.
They have the question, they have this. Northeastern has a copy of this, so I would assume that they're going to answer it at some point.
For me, I want to thank Alice and Susan, and contributions from Judy Walsh and Deborah Warren. I came out of the December 11th meeting with 6 important points that I wanted to continue with Northeastern in our own discussions. And in the 9, you actually added a couple, but they covered what I had covered too, so thank you. I intend to use this. And I agree with Richie, we send it to them officially from the board and wait for an answer or no answer. And what has happened since then and now is nothing. We haven't heard from them. We wanted to give them time to digest. But we're going back, hopefully starting next week. Just say, okay, let's get our calendars set. We're going for more.
Well,
So thank you.
When's our next scheduled meeting with them? We're supposed to have another open meeting with them.
That's what I just said. We haven't got there yet.
Okay. And that's when they should answer the questions for these people.
Right. That's, yeah.
They should bring that sheet with them and just
That's what I
answer
just
it.
said. But, yeah.
I'd like to get these answers before they have another next meeting. That's the way to do it, so then people can question their answers. You know what I mean? That's the way it should be. We should have the answers to this request in our hands and, by our next meeting. We should just have it done. And then, who knows when is the next scheduled hearing? I mean, you know?
Okay, I just said that we were gonna send it forward and get the questions answered. But if it doesn't happen, I will use this as ammunition the next time I sit with them, and then you and then Enzo sit with them. I agree with you, we do send it to them. But if we don't get an answer, we still use all of this information. So we're all talking the same thing here, but different ways, I think. I want to send it to them, tell them they've got 2 weeks, till the 14th. Oh, no, 17th it would be. And if they don't answer it, we will make an appointment with them sometime next week and say, you gotta answer.
Make an appointment, just tell them that.
No, the appointment for meeting with their lawyers downstairs.
Who's meeting with their lawyers?
Each of us has.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? We're not gonna meet with the lawyers going forward?
Northeastern.
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna meet with
That's
them.
up to you. That's up to you. I'm going moving forward
Why would you wanna meet with them?
to get answers.
What, just send it out and written. This is, you can't make it any plainer. It's well spelled out, well written.
They have it, Richie. They have this, so they have to answer it.
Well, I'm
And
saying
they
to
should
you-
answer it at the next open meeting, that's all.
To the phone, please. I know.
Tom Costin, 369 Nahant Road. Can you ask the Northeastern people to respond to this in writing and to the entire town?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Yep.
As far as I know, they haven't responded to, I know, Dr. Solomon's questions, original questions, or I met you at the store, and that's when you gave me that, your questionnaire. I actually was looking at it again on my phone. They haven't answered that stuff yet, so, and I suspect that they will, but I think maybe they're waiting for us to, like you said, you know, meet with them and then just have an open meeting about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way we had described it in the beginning.
Okay.
I just wanted to agree with Tom Costin. I think it's really essential that they give us this in writing, because I think it's otherwise just leaves things open for misinterpretation. So I would hope that we could very specifically request that. Thank you. Bruce Walker, 7 Valley Road.
So you made a motion to have them,
I made a motion that we request the Northeastern University answer the attached memo on the questions and have it respond back to us by the next selectmen meeting.
second,
I'll second it.
discussion. You then said that they wouldn't do it, which is what got me going as far as using this to go after them too.
Well, again, let's just see what, let's stick.
They will, I'm sure, they're gonna have to, so.
Let's stick on step one and get this in their hands and a request from us,
I'll call the question team.
you know?
Well, I wouldn't have said that they're not gonna respond. Call the question. Those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Next. Town Administrator Budget Development Strategy. I was trying to go through the minutes on what we did before so I could give it quick, but basically the town administrator is going to have his budget set up. We had talked about the potential of an override, and he was going to then move on today verbally, but he's not here, so next meeting I'm going to have town administrator give his little verbal start, and then hope he'll have the budget presentation all set. He wasn't really set for the full budget presentation anyway, so we didn't really lose any time, but the 17th should be mostly on his budget development strategy, okay? All right. Ongoing business, approve annual used car dealer license.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Board of Selectmen vote to approve the used car dealer licenses, Class 2, for calendar year 2019 for George Macheras, DBA as Seaside Auto, and Francis Burrell, DBA Nahant Garage. And further, that the release of any license is subject to the payment of all outstanding fees, fines, and payments to the town of Nahant. I so move that, Mr. Chairman.
Second. Discussion.
I recuse myself.
You can't vote. Those in favor? Aye. Unanimous vote. Approve annual lobster trap leases.
Okay. I move that the Board of Selectmen vote to approve the attached lobster trap storage leases as presented, and further that the release of said leases are subject to the payment of all outstanding fees, fines, and payments to the town of Nahant.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous? Okay, that's it. Closing announcement. Christmas tree curbside pickup Monday to Friday from now until January 11th. I saw them out today. They had a truck full. They were doing a great job. Please remove all ornaments, lights, and stands. Who would? I wouldn't. Okay.
Some people just want to get rid of everything.
True. All right, we're going to adjourn to executive session, not to return to regular session under Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A6, to discuss the potential purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, if the chairman declares that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the negotiating position of the town, and I declare that. A vote regarding whether to go into executive session is expected, and votes may occur during executive session.
I'll second it.
Roll call vote.
Burrell, yes.
Yes.
Yes. We are adjourned. Happy New Year.